Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Tech Talk Tuesday that's going to get aired on Wednesday. We're in the office of the kid Kaiser, aka the garage. Once again, we're going to talk to you a little bit about tires that we raced on this weekend. As you can see, it's dumping buckets out there. I get asked all the time if California's in a drought or if there's a water problem or any of that. And I'm sure there's some scientific groundwater levels and all that kind of stuff, but it's been raining straight for about 15 days. Everything's flooded. Sacramento is completely underwater because it's crazy. Like, our bike trail is flooded, where we normally do our KGR rides, flooded, and I mean like flooded. California's getting a lot of rain. I don't think there's going to be a water shortage in the next little bit. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about the question on everybody's mind, is what kind of tires we raced on this weekend in Hartford. It was the question that was on everybody's mind going into the weekend. It was the question on everybody's mind pretty much until the gun went off at the start line. All the different athletes were curious on what to do, and as well were you guys. So it was a question that everybody was curious about, and we had literally every tire out there, every pressure possible, on track at the same time. It was an interesting topic, to say the least. So up until Thursday, it had been raining non-stop. It was dumping buckets, super slick track, muddy as all get out, looking to be the mud track of the century. Thursday came, temperatures dropped dramatically, it froze overnight, snow rolled in, turned into a winter wonderland. So all of the footprints, tracks, everything, frozen ruts, completely froze over, no mud, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse as the weekend went on. By Sunday, there was probably, throughout the weekend, maybe a foot of snow that had fallen. Come Saturday, we're pre-riding. It's now completely frozen over, snow everywhere, so we decided to try the files. We hop onto the trigger, and we got in pre-ride. Aluminum wheel, we got it mounted up to. This was actually a pretty smart move, I feel like, because the aluminum, everything out there was so hard and so frozen that with the pressures that we were trying to ride, and as low as we were hitting the rim pretty often. Just a little bit of extra assurance there that we're not going to have any problems. Maybe 5-6 laps, no, not that much. Probably rode 3 or 4 laps on this tire, was feeling super confident in it, was really liking how predictable it was in the snow. And the idea behind it is that we drop the pressure, we flatten the tire out, and you get the most surface area possible compared to a tire that has tread and you're actually riding on the tread. So this way we're going to get heaps of traction on something that really doesn't have any traction already, or it doesn't have any traction anyway, so you're going to try and just maximize any little bit you can. Overnight, more snow came. Once the racers were on course and a bunch of friction was starting to melt the ice, and we rode the file tread and was not super stoked on it. So we ended up going out and pre-riding on the Tracer. My favorite tire in the quiver. I really like this tire. So the theory with this is that the track already had all those roots and ruts and frozen pieces and lots of little edges and stuff to catch. And so this tire, being that it has a dry tire, it's got a lot of little edges and sipings and cuts and stuff that are going to potentially catch on to those little tiny footprints and ruts and edges of the ice and actually give it a little bit more traction. There's a lot of edges and sides to catch on. Snow replicates dirt pretty closely, actual thick dirt. And so a dry weather tire was going to be the way to go. We bumped the pressure back up a little bit below my usual 2830. We ended up racing on 25 PSI on a dry Tracer tire and on the 303 wheel. So we tried to cut the race package on the bike to get it as low as possible, get it as fast and light as possible. So we go to the carbon wheels, dry tires, 25 PSI. This was the ticket to ride for the entire weekend. So I'm really fired up that we had it in the quiver. That was the question that I got asked the most on social media channels, in person, at the race from media and other racers, and so hopefully that answered a little bit of the questions that were out there. You know, it's a couple days behind, but who doesn't love talking about bikes? This is another edition of Tech Talk Tuesday that gets aired on Wednesday. Hopefully you guys liked it. Thanks again. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate all the support that we've had all year. And it's gonna be over now, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. One thing to take care of, or to cover. We did not qualify for Worlds. A little bit bummed about that. I thought definitely this weekend's ride and the way everything was pointing through the second half of the season would have put us in good contention to make the team, but I guess not. So it's somewhat ironic that I just uploaded the video from yesterday where I was talking about making the team about half an hour ago, and then looked online and I didn't make the team. So who's ready for ski season?